My name is Desmond Tan. I am married and I have 3 children. They are 22, 19, and 9 years old. I turned 50 this year, at a very trying time for our nation and for so many people. And as I look back, I begin to realize the values that motivate me today were formed in my growing up years, even before I joined the public service. I grew up in Bukit Ho Swee in a 3-bedroom flat that at one stage housed 12 of us in the family. My family of 6, my uncle's family of 4, my grandmother, and another uncle. Growing up, I have a lot of freedom to roam around the neighborhood. I get to do all the sports that I love, and I get to mix with people from all backgrounds. My father was a taxi driver, and I helped my mom in whatever ways we can to try and make ends meet. I remember she was a factory worker. She helped out in babysitting, and at one stage she even sold satay and nasi lemak in the streets in our neighborhood. I will never forget the experience of helping her to sell satay in the neighborhood. All we needed was a mobile stove, a pack of satay, and then we are good to go. I recall that to do that job well, I had to learn fast, and in that context, I also had to run fast, if you know what I mean. I held down a few jobs, odd jobs, during my schooling days, being a coffee boy, a shop assistant, and I also remember being a computer palm reading operator, right, in the 80s. That was quite popular during that time. But what I'm trying to say is that I learned at a very young age that we should take nothing for granted. Because whether it's the roof over my head, the 3 meals on the table, or the hand-me-down books and uniforms that I got, my parents and my loved ones worked very hard to provide. And while we didn't have much, actually I also felt that we didn't lack much. Help was generously offered by the people around us who looked out for us. And I will never forget receiving my first pair of football boots from a neighbor I hardly even knew, because he found out that my brother and I were into football competition and we had been playing without proper shoes. Well, that generosity and kindness has never left me. In fact, it continued to make me believe that we can go a long way by always looking out for each other. We're now in the deepest crisis for our nation, and these core values connected deeply with me even until today, that we have to take nothing for granted and constantly look out for each other. And these beliefs is why I continued my public service for over 30 years, either with my fellow soldiers to keep Singapore safe or working with the community to care for one another. And this is also the reason why I entered politics, to do my part to shape a society that we truly want. As a beneficiary, like many Singaporeans growing up in Singapore, I hope that I can contribute to preserve the social mobility that is so crucial in our growing society. And I want to do my part to ensure that every child, every youth in Singapore can continue to succeed in life. I am proud to be a Singaporean. I'm ready, and I hope to be able to serve wholeheartedly and humbly to shape a better Singapore for our next generation. Thank you. I'll say a few words in Chinese. 大家早上好，我是陈国民，我今年50岁，我已婚，有3个孩子，分别22、19还有9岁。我从小在河水山长大，有一段时期有12个人口挤在一个3房式的政府主屋，家庭朴素，生活非常的简单。我也记得在成长的过程中，虽然经过不少的困难，但我从来没有感觉到我缺乏什么东西。可是因为家人的努力拼搏，加上我们亲友还有邻居的协助，我们才会有今天。所以我参政的目的是要为了保存我们下一代的机会，有同样的机会，还会有更好的明天。我相信我30年的公共服务，不但让我能够更加了解国家的政策，也令我体会到了人民的心情还有担忧。我在军队里学习了不少的道理，其中一个最重要的是，如果我们要完成我们的使命，就要注重我们的兵力。若要建立一个强兵， 我们就要赢取他们的信任，而信任的开始和结束就是真实、尊敬、真诚、正义、谦卑，这是我的价值观。我是陈国民，我希望能够继续为国为民服务，谢谢。